Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a really special treat today. We have a brand new Tesla Model X Plaid version to do a full exterior review of this car. We're gonna walk around it. We're gonna get inside the car. We're gonna take a look at all the details on this car and try to point out all the differences of what makes the Plaid really different than the other ones. So let's just kind of walk around here and take a look at it. The first thing I'm seeing out of the gate here is the front fascia is slightly different there. You can see the spoiler comes down a little bit further. It kind of protrudes from the front of the car a little bit further out. By the way, I do have the front hood just popped up because when we take a look at the frunk, I thought it would be a little bit easier to grab it. Down below here, you can see they have the more modern lights here. Those are the fog lights, and when you hit your blinker, they'll turn so you can see a little bit better when you're turning left or you're turning right. Headlights look about the same. They may have done some updates there, but they do look about the same. All right, now the rims are absolutely different. Take a look at these rims here. There's a lot more detail. These are the 22-inch performance rims, as this is the Plaid with the larger size brake calibers all in the car. The one thing I wanted to point out here is these little divots here on each part of the car. My friend was telling me actually that they gave him a box of inserts there, and I haven't actually done the research on what those inserts do, but my guess is it's going to make the rims a little more aerodynamic, which should make the wind resistant less and overall might increase the battery for the car. But I am going to research that and take a look. A couple other things I've noticed in this area is also the way the trim is connected to the car and the way it connects down in this area all the way down to here. It looks like they've done quite a good job compared to my Model X, my 2016 Model X. Looks like they've done a really good job of that. I've noticed that sometimes that plastic does kind of unclipped on my 2016. I just need to snap it back in. So I think they've adjusted that a little bit. And then obviously with the new rims and tires there. So that's an interesting part of the car that is a little bit different. Overall, they now have one seat in the middle is not available anymore. So they have the full 2 captain bucket seats here, and then the rear seats, and we'll dive into that a little bit more when we get into the interior. Kind of moving our way to the back of the car. Boy, it's just a gorgeous car though. Take a look at this thing. Wow. Yeah. Tail lights look about the same. One noticeable thing is notice the Plaid badge there. That badge is really a desirable badge there for a lot of people there. I know with the Model S, they only gave out about 100 of those to the first 100 people that actually got the Model S Plaid. And we're not quite sure if this is one of the first 100 Model X Plaids or not. If any of you know, please put that in the comments below. But overall, it's nice to have that really cool emblem there for the Plaid. That's really nice. That might be standard on all the Plaids now. I'm not quite sure. You can see the Tesla logos in chrome there. And then everything else, just like the Model S Plaid has, is all blacked out. So that might be the only chrome on the exterior of the car that we have here. So we'll have to take a look. But taillights look exactly the same. One thing I did notice here is the charge port. So check this out. See how that lifts up? That's entirely different than the older version. You also see the Tesla logo lighting up there as well. But that's very different than the Model S. So they definitely have changed that. Be curious why they changed that. Maybe it's just a firmer way or a better way of doing it. Or it might be for the larger chargers that they're using in Europe that need a little more room. Not quite sure. Yeah, if you happen to know that, please leave it in the comments as well. So overall, that's kind of what I'm seeing on the exterior side of things. Everything else is looking really, really sharp. Everything's on point here, but not seeing much other differences. I think most of the other differences are obviously in the motors and the speed and the battery, as well as the interior. Let's take a look inside the car here. So as we all know, in the Model X, all the doors are powered. Just looking at the exterior, you guys have seen the exterior of my Model S. This one has because it is plaid, you can order it with the carbon fiber, which is just gorgeous, against the black vegan leather here. And then we have this nice cloth material that goes up right beside it, which just looks amazing. Inside the car, you can see we got our yoke steering wheel, we have our bigger screen here, and I will tell you that the leather is really nice to touch. I think that this stitching here, how it's a lighter gray, is actually a plaid feature on the car. So yeah, if any of you know, please put that in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that is a plaid feature that we have there. So let's take a look at the main dash. I'll just pop in here. You can see with the yoke, you have really good visibility on the main dash. You can see everything. Our charge port is still open. I can certainly close that. On the main screen itself, this one's all in dark mode right now. I think my friend is actually connecting his satellite service here, but it's just gorgeous screen, very responsive, very bright. Love these new screens. My guess is that's probably very similar to what's in the Model S. But again, the carbon fiber just looks amazing here. And you'll see down below here that we also have our carbon fiber in the middle console as well. You guys have seen I've got the darker walnut in my Model S, but the carbon fiber just looks fabulous. Love it. Seats really comfortable. These seats are slightly different than the Model S, I can tell, but just looks great. But all the same storage areas here available on the car, so it looks really, really good inside. Let's move on to the back of the car here. Hop into the doors here. So first off, when you're looking at the two seats here, and we have our cabin captain seat format all set up here, and you can see there's no middle row seat here, so it's real easy to just kind of hop in. And I'm going to go ahead and move to the back seat here, so you can just kind of squeeze yourself in real easily. Now I'm sitting in the back right now, and you will see that there's plenty of room back here. For long trips may not be as conducive, but for short 20-mile trips, to a restaurant or what have you, I'm about 6 foot tall, so no problem at all. Head height wise, no problem. There's not quite as much leg room as I need, but I do have these seats all the way back, so I'm sure if we move those seats up a little bit, it'll be a little bit more room. But yeah, very comfortable seats. They did not go cheap on the seats back here. They're really, really nice. So let's go ahead and jump back up into the middle seats here, take a look. And I'm gonna go just show a little more detail on these back seats. So yeah, you can see really nicely detailed there. You also have vents available. We have light right here as well. And then it looks like little hooks if you have your dry cleaning or what have you. Full-on seat belts. And then down below here, we have cup holders, little seatbelt inserts, and these will come down too and lay flat, so you have plenty of room to put items. And then notice this, USB-C charging ports for this third row seat, which is really, really nice to have that as well. Okay, looking into the middle area, there's a couple things I noticed. Obviously, we got our main screen back here, which is very desirable. So any of your kids or anyone's riding in the back seat here can adjust the heated seats back here. So you can see by just controlling the heated seats, it looks like there's no ventilated seats back here, but we do have the heated seats, which is really nice. We have our media controls back here as well. Very snappy, very good. All these you have to log in with your account to activate, but really good. You also have your USB-C charging ports here as well. And then you also have a cup holder that will slide out automatically and allow people to put drinks in there. And I really like the spacing back here, especially with this middle seat removed from the back. It really just gives a lot more. This is the format that I would certainly get in my next version of the Model X, because it's really nice. Another thing I noticed here is these buttons here have been updated compared to my 2016 Model X. These are Really nice buttons. The other ones had more of a clip thing, and I'm wondering if they just had problems with the clip. These are just a little bit easier to close or open up the doors. And obviously it'd just do one side of the door. It's not going to open up both. This actually looks new. I never noticed speakers right here in the middle console here. So that must be new. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but we'll have to find out. And then we have our lights there as well, which is really, really nice to see. So again, yeah, I'm just loving this middle seat being removed. There's just so much more space. It's easier to move around back here. So I'm sure it's going to be a lot easier. I think they're going to be very, very happy with this. So overall, gosh, I'm just loving this thing. Let's take a look at the trunk. And again, as a reminder, we do have the third row seat up, but let's see what kind of space we have back here in the rear. So just a little bit of space here with the seats up. But as we all know, these seats will come down by just hitting that button, and you can actually push that seat down, and you can see it goes completely flat. And if I put both these down here, you'll see how much space you actually have here, which is really, really nice. And again, with that in the middle row, we have that middle seat removed automatically. So this is really nice, but there's a lot of room back here for the car, quite a bit of room. Little cubby over here to put items into. And then of course we have this one. And then as many of you know, these Teslas have these openings here, which a lot of people really love this opening because you have put some blankets, safety gear, charging things down here as well. So it makes it really easy to store things and keep it out of the way. Plus, if you're moving things around in the car, it's nice to put things down here. I know if I pick up food or something for dinner, I'll put it down here and just kind of secure it with a blanket so it's not moving around, but it makes it a lot easier to store everything back here. So it looks like they just did a great job on all this. Everything else looks pretty standard as far as the way the tailgate comes down and the way it fastens. Yep, same button here. Let's go ahead and close that, and you'll notice how it comes down. Perfect. Yeah, really nice. Okay, let's take a look at the frunk to kind of see if there's anything that's changed on the front of the car. And as I mentioned, I did prop this open. There we go. Yep. And let's see down here. This looks pretty much about the same. My friend told me that this box does contain those little fasteners that go on the wheels. So we'll have to see what that's all about. I'm sure we'll be taking a look at that. And then we have our standard gear here that Tesla gives you. But yeah, everything else is looking the same. This is the front of the car. Again, there's some adjustments on the front fascia there, but overall, everything's looking really good. So, hey, tell you what, leave some comments, any suggestions you have. I am going to do another video on the Tesla Model X Plaid and compare it to my 2016 version, which is almost identical in spec. It's a black on black, just like this one. And we'll do a comparison on a lot more of the little details and key elements of the car. But overall, gosh, what a beautiful car. This is amazing. We also got to try to give this thing a test drive because it is a Plaid. And, you know, I've seen this car beat Lamborghinis on YouTube. So definitely look for that. But this is a pretty amazing car. So thanks a lot for your time Thanks a lot for your time today. I really appreciate it. And please tune in for the next set of videos.